What's up you guys? Welcome to You Move by Mac. I am Mac Marshall, your physical therapist for the day. So today we're going to be talking about slimming belt, sweat belt, training belt, whatever you want to call them. We're going to be getting into the details of how it works, the misconceptions behind it, and any queries you might have about it will be addressed by the end of this video. If that sounds like something interesting, do drop a like, subscribe and hit that notification bell. It helps out my channel a lot. So without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. So today we have a very interesting and controversial subject, and it is controversial for good reason. So if you go to YouTube right now and type these terms, slimming belt, sweat belt, you'll get hundreds of videos claiming how these belts help you burn your belly fat. Now before I answer if they actually do burn your belly fat, let me get into how or the idea behind what a slimming belt or sweat belt does. So basically it's made up of a material that is non-breathable, as in it does not allow a lot of air exchange in between. So you wrap it around your stomach. This causes an increased amount of heat and you tend to sweat. And when you're sweating, you tend to lose a little bit of water weight. Yeah, you are losing weight, and that is water weight, and that is temporary. But it cannot cause fat burning. Some people say that because the heat is so much, you sweat so much, you're actually burning your fat. That is absolutely not true. And also another point I want to address, even if it did burn fat, the fact that you put it on your stomach and it burns stomach fat is absolutely false, because we cannot decide where we burn fat. That is decided by our genetics. But the problem arises when, if it is just helping you reduce a little bit of water weight, I mean it's fine as long as it's not doing any bad wrong. So the problem is situations which arise from using sweat belt over a long period of time, which are very detrimental to your health and your body's health, and can lead down to a long road of pain. So to address these points, I'm going to play a few clips from YouTube videos. I'm not calling out any of these people who are in the clips. You need to understand that many of them have been paid by the company to promote their product. I'm actually going to take a few clips and show you all the clips and address the points that they make in those clips, and address how true, how false, and how far from the truth that these clips are. Let's get into the first clip.
Slimming belts that I'm used to, which actually contract your muscles, right? So those are belts that are used around any muscle area, and it contracts your muscles, making it seem like your muscle is doing exercise even though you're not actually doing anything.
In that clip, she says that when you tie the belt around your muscles, it tricks your muscles into thinking that it is contracting. False. Your brain is not getting tricked into anything. The physiology of muscle contraction is a very complex process that happens within the body. I'm not going to get into the details of it now, but let me explain it with a simple example. The wheels of a car are rotated by the engine that is running. But say the engine is not running, the car is suspended, and you spin the wheels with your hand. You spinning the wheels with your hand does not mean the engine is working, even though the tires are still turning. So that's the same thing. If you put pressure on the muscle from outside, your muscle is not contracting or even getting fooled that it is contracting. It is absolutely false.
Is that when you squat heavy, that makes your waist get wider, because it makes your core get bigger to support that heavy weight. So you're actually working your core, which is your hips, your lower back, and your abs and your obliques as well. So it makes your whole waist a little bit wider when you squat heavy. So I know that back in the day, people used to wear weight belts and they would wear them super tight, or they would wear, they weren't waist trainers, but they wore them like they were waist trainers. So they were just weight belts, so that it took their core out of the equation when they did their heavy squats. And so maybe if you're wearing your waist trainer and you got it on real tight, or you're wearing your weight belt and you have it on real tight because you're doing squats, that may assist you in not helping build your waist and making it big.
Before we get into that clip, we first need to talk about the core. So the core is basically made up of up to about 35 different muscles, and it's a complex that goes around your from your back till the front, stabilizing your entire torso. So that is the function. It is exactly like a belt, but it is a natural belt that we have. And the function of the core is to maintain stability when you're doing any activity, to maintain your torso, to maintain your posture, to hold you from just collapsing while performing any activity or lifting any heavy weight. So in that video, he claimed that you wear the training belt and you kind of take off the load from the core. That part is absolutely true. When you wear a training belt or a slimming belt, whatever it is, you're providing external support. So when there is external support, there is not much stimulation for your core to contract and stabilize because it's being stabilized externally. So when you do that, your core actually is not engaged, and that is a problem. You're not allowing your core to strengthen and perform the function it is supposed to perform. Yeah, agreed that your core might get a little bit thicker as you increase the weight and as you get stronger, but that is just minor. So why are you using the belt and disengaging your core and taking your core out of the equation and making it weak when your core is what is keeping you standing throughout the entire day? It prevents a disc prolapse. A disc prolapse is very painful. It's when the cartilage between your two bones of your spine, they come out, and it is a very painful process. And if your core is strong, it can prevent this because it stabilizes the entire torso. So there is no circumstance where you want to keep your waist thin, so you don't want to develop your core, and so you use the belt. Your core is not going to get thicker, your waist is going to remain slimmer. The logic behind that is absolute nonsense, and I don't see any point in even explaining this anymore. This clip, you can see she is doing a lot of core abs exercises while wearing the belt. I mean, do I even need to explain this? The fact that she's wearing the belt is taking off a lot of load and disengaging your abs and your core. So you're not really working those muscles out. So I mean, I explained it before. This is what she is doing. She's performing some good exercises, but they are basically useless, and she's not getting any results for the effort she's putting in.
Your back, like if you have back problems, then this belt is for you. Like you do not experience back pain at all. What's amazing was the fact that it really fixes your posture, guys. Like as soon as you put it on, you automatically, like I don't know, you somehow like just start standing up straight. Like you stand up straight up, you're not crouching or any of that kind of stuff. And when I'm running, like I find myself running like really well, because like I think my posture is just like really nice and fixed. Like you just, I don't know, it just makes your posture just really good.
It claims that the belt can reduce back pain. That is true. We prescribe it to our patients who have had a disc prolapse or have any weakness. Temporary solution. The permanent solution is you strengthen your core so that you're not relying on the belt. Our goals with the patient is to get them off the belt as soon as possible and make their core strong so that they can stabilize themselves with the own natural belt that we have and be independent. The second point she has about improving posture. It might improve the posture of the lower back as in because of the way it's stabilizing. It has nothing to do with the shoulders. It cannot improve your shoulder posture and the fact that she says her shoulder posture, everything is straighter. She's probably more conscious about it and thus maintaining a better posture. But in the long run, because you're using that belt, you're disengaging your muscle, making your postural muscles weaker. So your posture is going to get worse in the long run because your muscles are getting weaker. When you remove the belt, you're not able to maintain the posture. It is recommended that posture correction is done at a muscular level and you strengthen your muscles and improve your posture, and that will give you much better results and much longer. Another thing is that these fitness belts on the brochure and all, they say for maximum benefit, wear it during your workout. So when you wear it around your waist, whatever, you put it tight, pretty tight. It's not helping your workout and it's actually hindering your workout. Let me tell you why. When we inspire air, they inspire by this process. There is a muscle here called the diaphragm. The diaphragm, it contracts, moves down and creates a lot of empty space or low pressure here, which forces the lungs to take in air in order to fill that area. So the lungs expand. Now say you put something tight over here, you're causing a lot of restriction in the abdominal cavity, which is restricting your diaphragm from actually moving down. It will not have space to move around because you've compressed everything and there's no space for it to move. So when you do that, you're restricting your movement of your diaphragm, you're restricting your lung, you're restricted, your lung cannot expand, you're not able to take proper breaths, your energy will run out fast and you'll not be able to do a proper workout, so your workout also is going to get affected. Even for patients that we prescribe this belt, we always make them remove it during the workout, because during the workout we want the muscles to be working and doing their job properly, and we want no restriction to the diaphragm and the lungs. I want to end this video by saying that people, please do your research before you all buy any products, and there is no shortcut to losing weight or losing fat. You gotta put in the work, you gotta eat a clean diet. It's as simple as that. It cannot be any simpler than that, and if anyone tells you otherwise, they are lying. This belt, huge business, and I don't blame the people entirely, because the companies that make this belt have marketed it so well, have used fitness models, and they've used people who've lost weight, and they've put their brand and they've made people believe, and it is just, they've done an amazing job marketing this as a fat loss product, and unfortunately people have fallen for it. But now you know better, so be wise before you buy anything or you purchase anything. Also, those videos have like hundreds and thousands of views, and hundreds and thousands of people are watching it and getting fooled and believing what they see. If you would just like this video and share it with others, it will help spreading the word and the awareness around it, and it will help improving everybody's health. That's all for today. I'm already sweating, I'm tired, and I hope you guys enjoyed that video and found it very informative.